You're not born great. You decide to become it. And once you decide, the world starts to shift. Let's start here. You walk into a room. What do people feel? Not what do they think about you. What do they feel? That instinctive jolt, that subconscious whisper. Do they sense presence or do they overlook you entirely? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't see who you are. They see what you signal. You can be wise, skilled, moral, but if your posture says, "I doubt myself," then nothing else you offer will matter. In this world, confidence isn't a personality trait. It's a psychological weapon, one that rewrites how others treat you before you ever open your mouth. The man who understands this doesn't hope for respect. He enters a room like the air already belongs to him. It's not about arrogance, it's about projection. You've seen it. The average man with a lion's gait, the loud idiot who gets the deal, the charming fraud who gets loyalty. Meanwhile, the quiet genius waits for permission, assuming virtue will be recognized on its own. It won't. The world doesn't reward merit. It rewards certainty. You might be asking, but what if I'm faking it? What if I'm not truly that confident? Good. That's how every empire starts. Confidence isn't always real at first, but it feels real to everyone else. And soon they start reacting to the version of you that you performed, not the one you questioned. Power isn't about truth. It's about the illusion you can sustain long enough for it to become real. The man who moves slowly, speaks deliberately, and looks people in the eyes without blinking, he gets treated like a king, even if he's wearing rags. Because we are still animals beneath the suits and philosophies. We respond to dominance signals before we process facts. Silence, stillness, certainty. These are primal cues. They bypass intellect. They announce, "This one leads." So if you're quiet, good. If you're not the loudest in the room, perfect. Just make sure your presence is heavy. Make them feel it when you enter. Make them question what you're thinking, not if you're worthy. You act like the best. Not because you believe you're better, but because the world won't believe it until you do. Think about how many times you've lost to someone less capable. It wasn't because they had more to offer. It was because they knew how to offer what little they had with absolute confidence. People don't follow competence. They follow conviction. The man who says something wrong with confidence will beat the man who says something brilliant with hesitation. Why? Because confidence acts like hypnosis. When it's absolute, it overrides logic. And when people start believing in you, they'll defend that belief. They'll rationalize your flaws, rewrite your mistakes, even argue on your behalf. Because their ego becomes invested in the image you projected. They need you to stay great because your certainty gave them certainty. Confidence isn't just a tool, it's control over the narrative. The louder you are in belief, the quieter others become in resistance. And when you understand this, you stop playing fair. You start playing to win. You speak like your voice matters before anyone agrees. You walk like the floor owes you tribute. You look at people like you're reading through them, not up to them. These are not quirks. These are strategies. Subconscious warfare. Every social encounter is a negotiation of status. And if you don't assert your position, someone else will assign it to you. And trust me, you will not like the role they give you. Stop asking the world to notice your worth. Project it until they have no choice. Let others wait to be chosen. You walk in as if the choosing has already happened, and you are the one who decided. Because the world doesn't follow the most capable. It follows the one who acts like the outcome is already inevitable. Let me hand you a secret most people never learn. The world doesn't care what's true about you. It cares what's consistent and convincing. You can be disciplined, intelligent, even extraordinary, But if you don't look like it, speak like it, walk like it, someone average who does will outrank you every time. We don't live in a meritocracy. We live in a perception game. Reputation isn't built on facts. It's built on repetition, on performance, on choosing a version of yourself and repeating it with such relentless clarity that people have no choice but to believe it. If you don't tell the world who you are, it will make something up. And it won't flatter you. Ask yourself, what assumptions are guiding your posture? Do you enter rooms like you're still proving you belong, or like your presence itself is the proof? The man who assumes he is beneath others, his energy says, "Permission, please." And the world mirrors that. It shrinks him, not because people are cruel, but because he trained them to treat him that way. But the man who assumes he owns the room, whose tone carries certainty, whose silence stretches like a loaded weapon, he doesn't wait to be respected. He creates gravity. This isn't arrogance, it's strategic projection. You want to be seen as valuable? Stop narrating your insecurities. Stop explaining yourself. Stop apologizing before you've been challenged. Power doesn't beg for clarity. Power lets others wonder. Give them fragments, glimpses, a taste of confidence so sharp it cuts through doubt before it's even spoken. Speak like the ending is already written in your favor. Let your pauses breathe like authority. Let your posture announce, "I've already decided who I am. Your opinion is late to the party." This is how you train perception. You build a myth around yourself. You become the living question people want answered but can't quite solve. And that mystery creates influence. You don't have to lie. You have to edit. Cut out the traits that don't serve the version of you you want the world to bow to. Amplify the signals that declare value. Then repeat relentlessly until that identity is carved into the mental blueprint of every room you enter. You want to know why certain men rise effortlessly? Why crowds follow them even before they've proven themselves? Because they act like they already know how the story ends. You assume power, or you watch someone else assume it first. Start treating confidence like armor, not decorative, tactical, not loud, but visible in every breath you take. You're not here to wait. You're here to walk like the floor was designed for your footsteps. You're here to embody the version of yourself the world hasn't caught up to yet. It's not about being ready. It's about being convincing. And when people begin to echo your self-belief, when they say, "He's sharp, he's different, he must know something we don't," that's when the illusion becomes real. That's when respect stops being chased and starts being offered. But understand, the second you break the spell, hesitate, apologize, shrink, they will remember it, and some will never unsee it. So don't perform confidence like a mask. Integrate it like a core memory. Burn it into how you move, how you speak, how you pause. Let it become part of your body language, your silence, your stare. Because in a world built on assumptions, the man who believes in himself first wins. You wanted to know why you're overlooked, why mediocrity is rewarded and mastery is ignored, why you've been passed over, even when you were more capable, more prepared, more deserving. The answer is brutal, but simple, because you were waiting to be seen, and the man you lost to was too busy being impossible to ignore. So let this be the moment everything changes. Don't wait to be validated. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait until the world confirms what you already know deep down. Step forward like the game already belongs to you. Move like your legacy is catching up to your presence. Speak like your voice has weight, and they'll start measuring their words by yours. When this video ends, only one question matters. Will you keep hoping they see your worth? Or will you show up as the man who acts like the crown is already his? Because deep down, he knows it always was? Choose, then never look back.